The AI Breakout Band Indicator is currently offered for a variety of different platforms on the TradingFinder website. Traders and users can conveniently download the indicator file for both MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 trading platforms from this section, and in order to learn more about how the indicator works and operates, they can carefully read and review the information provided on this page. From the Navigator section, we select the indicator file, and by dragging the file onto the chart, we run the indicator. Once the indicator is placed on the chart, it immediately begins displaying a clearly defined and visually distinct channel on the price chart. The AI Breakout Band Indicator is a particularly special and highly practical tool that traders can use to accurately identify the main trend direction of price movement, as well as determine the extent and potential range of price movement based on the bands. Ultimately, based on the generated buy and sell signals, traders can confidently enter buy or sell positions in the market. This indicator utilizes the Kalman filter to effectively smooth market prices and reduce noise, and then applies the Kenny-Born algorithm to further smooth the data and display the upper and lower bands. These bands are created based on the mean absolute error or moving average error, and we can observe price reactions here whenever the price touches these bands. When the price breaks below the midline band, it indicates a potential reversal from an uptrend to a downtrend. With the color change of the midline, a confirmation signal for entering a trade is generated, allowing us to enter a sell position in the market at this point and use the trading opportunity according to our own trading strategy and plan. Based on this, we can set our stop loss just behind the band and use a risk-reward ratio of 1:1, 1:2, or remain in the trade as long as the trend continues in our favor. We can also use the midline as a resistance level and enter new positions each time the price touches and reacts to it, taking advantage of these repeated opportunities. Additionally, as we see here, when the midline is broken to the upside, it indicates a potential trend change from bearish to bullish. After that, at this point, we see the midline color changes from red to blue, which serves as a confirmation for entering a trade. At this point, we can enter a buy position in the market, set our stop loss behind the zone, and enter the position with a risk-reward ratio of 1:1 or 1:2, or stay in the trade until the midline changes color again. As we can see here, after that, an uptrend started, and the price touched the midline several times, reacted to it, and then continued its bullish trend, providing multiple opportunities for traders to participate in the ongoing upward movement. In the settings section, under Input, there are several options available. The first part contains settings related to the Kalman filter. In the first parameter, we can specify the process noise for the position here. This process noise is used for the position in the Kalman filter, and the lower we set its value, the smoother our lines become and the sensitivity to price changes decreases. And the higher we set its value, the faster it reacts to price changes, and it becomes more sensitive in sharp market situations. So, in highly volatile markets, we can increase this value, and in less volatile markets, we can decrease it. In the next parameter, we can set the process noise value related to velocity here, which refers to the noise used for speed estimation in the Kalman filter. Lower values for this parameter make trend detection smoother and more stable, while higher values increase the filter's sensitivity to changes in price velocity, allowing it to react more quickly to shifts. If we want a quicker reaction to trend changes, we can increase this value. In the next parameter, we can also adjust the measurement noise for price in the Kalman filter, which helps to fine-tune how the filter responds to observed price data. A higher value for this parameter reduces sensitivity to high price volatility, meaning it becomes more resistant to sudden spikes or candles with strong momentum, but it also increases lag, which is the delay in response. So, in noisy or turbulent markets, we can increase this value to help prevent false signals that might otherwise occur. The next section contains settings related to the kine bar, where in this parameter, we can specify the number of past candles for smoothing purposes. Larger values make the smoothing line appear softer and more gradual, while smaller values increase its sensitivity to trend changes, making it more responsive to recent price movements. For identifying long-term trends, we can increase this value, which helps to filter out short-term fluctuations. The next section contains settings for the slope setting, where we can adjust the slope of the regression line, which is a statistical tool used to identify the direction and strength of a trend. This parameter determines the number of candles used to calculate the slope of the line and thus affects how the slope is represented. Higher values make the slope line smoother and more stable, providing a clearer picture of the overall trend, while lower values make it more sensitive to trend changes, allowing for quicker detection of shifts in market direction. In the next section, we can also adjust the breakout band settings. In this parameter, you can set the number of candles used to calculate the mean absolute error, or MAE, which is a statistical measure used to determine the width of the bands. A larger value for this parameter draws smoother and more stable bands, which can help to filter out noise, while a smaller value draws narrower bands that are more closely aligned with recent price action. In highly volatile markets, you can reduce this value so the bands get closer together, which can help to better capture rapid price movements. In the next box, you can also set the band multiplier value, which is a coefficient used for the bands. Higher values make the bands wider and move them further from the main line, providing a broader range for price movement. In this last box, we can also adjust the overall style and appearance of the band drawing. This parameter allows you to set the transparency, which is based on a percentage and is set to 15% by default. The lower you set this value, the more transparent and see-through the bands become. And the higher you set it, the more vibrant and noticeable the band colors will appear. Well, friends, we've now reached the end of this helpful indicator tutorial. We would really appreciate it if you could please share your comments and suggestions with us in the comments section below.